We are so fortunate to be here in Moroto, Karamoja, the northern region of Uganda, to meet some of the elders and the youth, to find out about their past and what, if any, hope they have for the future, the lands and their livelihoods. The spirit of these communities have weathered the climate highs and lows for generations, the success of each harvest dependent upon elements beyond their control. The land is so vast, the people beautiful, and the communities are so deeply connected to the land and to each other. And I'm here to find out about the history, the past, but most importantly, what the future looks like to them. And is there really hope? You were telling me earlier that you are 68 years young and you've been farming the land for many years. What age were you when you started farming?
Since my mother was there, it is now 4 generations.
4 generations. And you were telling me you started at the age of 10. How do you see the future of farming within your community?
The future farming of the new community, if they can adapt to be planting trees. Too much climate change. Before it was not like this. Those years, the harvest was highly enough. By July, the fruits are ready. Then August, people started harvesting.
Have you seen that there's been effects on the success of a harvest based on weather conditions?
There is no good harvest because I'm telling you, the climate has changed. Those people who cultivated early enough, they've got some small sorghum.
So thank you so much for joining me. You've obviously seen a lot of change over the years. What's the relationship between you, the communities and the land?
There is somehow a change, and this change has been caused by internal conflicts within the people, and it made now people more to go for cultivation at least. And the livestock is not as it used to be. It used to have a lot of animals, but now there are quite very few.
With the youth today, whether they work in the land or not, what worries you the most about the future and what gives you the most hope?
The youth today are somehow changing to be independent at their own, which is wrong. You know, for us who have grown up to this age, we were getting information from our parents, but many youth of today, different approach.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, but the issue is the way they are coming with their kind of development. They are not doing enough to do what it is supposed to be done.
Is the community spirit as strong now as it was years ago?
The community now, I would believe, is not so much strong.
Help me understand, a good harvest would be about 6 bags of sorghum, but currently you're able to produce 3 bags.
3 bags.
Is that what you...
Yeah, the 3 bags are poor harvest.
So it's 50% less?
Yeah, completely,
and
yes.
A big part of that is because of climate change?
It is less, and there are issues which I haven't mentioned. The dry periods. You know, we have longer dry periods here, even if you plant crops. Itself is fertile. It is the rain pattern which is a problem. And this rain pattern also is caused by human destruction of the vegetation. And that's why the whole thing is dodging us because of that.
You had one statement to give the world to help them understand what climate change and how that's negatively affecting you and your people and the community and the land. What would you like to say to them?
The only thing I would advise is there should be a way of having projects like for tree planting in the place. Tree planting does not mean that you You even put maybe like those days we used to have what we call woodlots, what. You can advise, you can give a project whereby when people have their gardens, within the borders of their gardens, you can plant trees, all the borders, and that can form a canopy when you see from afar. You look at the mountain now here. This mountain was the one to be now giving us rain, but instead it is producing sunshine, not rain. So it is a big problem, a big problem. And those projects, sometimes they end up somewhere without a very successful kind of a move. To put back the vegetation, that's the most important thing.
Put back the vegetation, give the opportunities to the youth to see that there is a future, and just be more responsible in their behaviours and their actions.
That is the major thing we need to. We have to use our strength. Relief only comes to add the little we have, then they can come on top. We must struggle to make sure something is produced, something is done. That is what I can tell the leader.
I hope they listen. Thank you once again. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you too.
Spoke to elders, spoke to some of the youth to find out about the land, the communities, what the problems have been. And it seems to be water, irrigation, the youth not necessarily wanting to get into farming, looking for opportunities outside of the community. But how do you see it? What do you see as the problems, but more importantly, what the solutions could be?
When I was born, I grew up in this land. I saw the green cover of the forest in this land. I saw the elders when they were cultivating crops. Those days, I also learned from elders, and I was taught how to grazing animals and planting crops.
You just said something which is quite worrying. You're 27 and you've been farming since you were a child.
Yeah.
And you remember the green canopies and the cattle and so on. But in just a short amount of time, they don't exist anymore. When you look out, it seems to be a lot more bare than what I imagine it was when you were growing up.
As per now, things are not all okay. Climate has changed, no rainfall, no other things like many cattle are not there now. And because of this drought, people are not now involved in growing crops because of rain is not there.
What would you like to bring to the community, and what do you think the results would be?
I think when I understand, we need really to bring some ideas like planting trees, growing crops, like also digging some dams. When there is some little rain, then we gather water there. We carry this irrigation farming so that we can help the community in the shortage of food.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, Peter. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for welcoming us
to your community, into your lives and into your homes. It's been amazing. And I've had conversations with some elders to learn not just about them and the community and the land. It's been fascinating to understand there's been problems with harvest, with climate change, but that's from the elders' point of view. When we look at the youth, 26?
26.
Good guess. So 26, what does the land mean to you, and what do you see the future of farming?
The land means a lot to us, the youth. There is building, cultivating, they make bricks. Then some, they cut the trees for survival.
When I was speaking to the elders earlier, and just with what you've said there, it seems like the youth are taking, whereas the elders were all about giving to the land, planting more crops, providing livestock, whereas the youth, they don't seem to be doing that.
The livestock of nowadays is not too much. It's not there because of the raids that have been there. And the cows, more of the cows have died because of the raiding. That is why the youth nowadays, they lack what to do. They don't even listen to their elders. They want to work alone.
So they're looking for more opportunities outside of the community,
Yes.
outside of the farmland and the agriculture.
Yes.
Is that because the money isn't there for
It's
the
not there.
livelihoods.
Yes.
But if there was more infrastructure, do you think that would keep the youths here? Or will they
Yes.
still look to go elsewhere?
It will keep the youth busy if there was much land, cultivation, so they look for opportunities whereby they get some small cash so that they use for survival.
Today we discussed it's not just the rainfall affecting the lands. 50% of the harvest is just not enough food to feed the community. Poaching, encroachment, raiding are real challenges due to there not being enough opportunities. But where do these opportunities lay? Where is the answer?